It's now come out that the Queen personally intervened to stop Harry from laying his wreath at the cenotaph. The monarch took 2 seconds to decide to ban her grandson from Remembrance Day ceremony, as any return to royal life for the Sussexes is declared dead in the water. So Harry and Meghan appealed to the Queen that they should lay their own private wreath at the cenotaph on Remembrance Day. But there are no private wreaths laid at the cenotaph. Okay, every royal family member who is laying a wreath is laying it as a representative on behalf of one of these armed services. Okay, people who've died in service to the country, and the Queen and the royal family members are merely acting as agents, as the designated agents to lay these wreaths. In the beginning, it was said that it never got to the Queen and that royal aides rejected Harry's request. And then Harry and Meghan, they filmed that whole thing in the LA cemetery beforehand. And so what happened is Harry and Meghan filmed, scheduled and arranged and filmed their own memorial service in LA where there are no British soldiers buried. And then with this extortionate evidence, then they went to the Queen and said, we want to lay our own wreath. And then the Queen personally rejected it. And then Harry and Meghan went ahead anyway. Wow. That's an act of direct rebellion. And I'm wondering if Harry was feeling vengeful. I'm wondering what Harry and Meghan were feeling, because this was very intentionally done, directly opposed to what the Queen stated she wanted. Harry's documentary with Oprah, for 2 years, he's been working on this Apple TV mental health series with Oprah. What is going on? What is taking 2 years? You can put this thing in the can in one afternoon or maybe 2 afternoons, okay? And maybe it's high quality production, blah, blah, blah. But basically, it's Harry and Oprah talking, and probably they're going to interview some other people, because that's what Oprah is really amazing at. And she's a great interviewer. Okay, that was the basis of her show. That was her talk show. And so that's what they should do. They should just call some cool people in, and some key people in the mental health industry, and you talk to them, maybe Fauci, and you just talk to them and you film it, and bada bing, that's it. It's in the can. You do a little bit of editing. It's not hard to edit some talking heads. Very, very simple. What is going on? Is Oprah getting cold feet working with Harry? Has Harry slipped off the deep end psychologically? Is he drinking? I mean, is Meghan's weird aberrant behavior, I mean, her super control freak stuff, hiding the keys, so he can't get away, locking him in the house, taking all the calls and deleting all his messages, because that's what someone like that does. Is he slipping a bit? Has he turned back to drugs? And finally, is Harry afraid to see the Queen? It's been 2 years, man. They haven't shown Archie, which they don't have Archie, but oh my gosh, they just keep piling these problems bigger and bigger and bigger, and soon, and very soon, Harry is going to have to face the Queen. So he takes a direct act of vengeance. That's what it looks like to me, and we're going to look at that, by laying the wreath and then airing that. And boy, that went over like a lead balloon. But now, is he afraid to face the Queen? Because I think he is. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So the Queen took literally 2 seconds to say nope, and she was very personally in there. You're not laying a wreath at the cenotaph, okay? And they filmed this in advance, and they did it anyway, okay? And this is when they were still senior royals. And Meghan made sure to keep her sad face on that day. Okay, none of that Irish memorial stuff happening there. So let's take a look at the Queen's involvement and how, what was she thinking? What was the Queen feeling
when she was asked, because the Queen rejected it very personally. No, you're not laying a personal wreath at the cenotaph. What was the Queen's feelings? How did she feel about this? Okay, so snake. This could be Meghan, the other woman, or and the whole world is watching, and mustard seed, planting that seed. 21, 6 hearts. It's about the family. She felt that this is very much revenge, very an underlying problem, creating a problem underneath the surface in the eyes of the world. It creates a problem for the royal family. It creates a serious problem for the royal family. Okay, and Cross is very solid. Cross is like, she's thinking about the history and what's really going on. This would create a huge change to the memorial service, and it makes it about Harry and Meghan. It's just a huge problem, and she's thinking about the tradition, the long-standing tradition, deeply rooted, many people, decision about the deeply rooted in many people. It's about the public and the symbols, cornerstone, and it turns it into kind of a circus. It turns the whole thing into kind of a circus. 10, 21, 22, 28, 7 spades. And it's just very insidious and underlying. So it sows a seed of, it's all about Harry and Meghan. It becomes sort of, it changes what allowing Harry and Meghan to lay a personal wreath. Well, why can't other people with a lot of money, politicians, etc., why can't they lay a wreath? Why can't some rich dude say, here's $1 million, I'm going to lay a wreath, my own personal wreath at the cenotaph? That's what's going on. She's literally just thinking about what is the symbol, and it destroys the symbols of what they're doing. They're laying it on behalf of the Marines, on behalf of the Navy, on behalf of the Army, on behalf of the soldiers who have fallen in service to the country. How can Harry and Meghan not understand this? They have to understand this, and then they went ahead and did it anyway. So I want to look at, this was a direct act of rebellion to do all of this show and film it separately. Let's look at Meghan, let's look at Harry. I want to see, I think Meghan is just manipulating Harry like a puppet. Okay, and she's talking in his ear all the time, and her fake outrage. Fake outrage is very popular today. Oh no, you didn't. And we see it all the time from the left, and their fake outrage even leads them to kill people and burn things down, and in peaceful protests where they burn everything to the ground and shoot people. So peaceful. So this was a direct act of rebellion. What is Meghan thinking? What is Harry thinking? Meghan, and how angry is Harry, because it's vengeance. It's like vengeance, Harry. Oh my gosh. So what do we got here? We got the earthquake. We got the veil for Meghan. And we got sevens. This is constant. It's constant. 25, 7, 7, 7. So she is constantly, always working her agenda. Always working the Meghan agenda. Always. 7, 7, 7. Always. The sevens return forever. Always working her plans. Always secretly working her agenda. Constantly sowing her messages underneath every conversation. everything. She's always sowing her messages. She's constantly working, you know, and that's why she's controlling him. That's why she separated him from his country. She took him to another land. She got rid of all of his friends. She wouldn't let him see Skippy, who was a good friend and somebody who advised him. So she's really working him out. She's working him over constantly. Harry was, and I think she's always creating an emotional response. So here's Harry being absolutely devastated that he can't do this. He wants to be a part of this. So let's see, 23, 25, 7 hearts. 7 hearts, 7 hearts. Yeah. So Harry was just honestly acting from his emotions, but I think he's being manipulated. So he was feeling hurt. Very, very hurt, very disappointed that he couldn't lay a wreath. And so she tricked him into laying this other wreath. And boy, what a mistake. That really went bad. Hamster wheel, butterfly, transforming over the long journey, transforming over a long, long time, what's really going on. So, was this an act of revenge? No. Harry was legitimately hurt. Meghan is constantly manipulating, and he acted honestly as an honest man, okay, because he's not acting out of vengeance. If he was acting out of vengeance, he would show as a king of spades or a devil, which he's not. He's showing as honest. So these were just his honest feelings, and it just really went over badly. Now, I think Meghan manipulated all of this, but Harry's going to get the blame. And Harry is getting the blame. Now, is Meghan getting a little bit of blame for this? Yeah, but really it's just Harry. So has Harry slipped off the deep end a bit psychologically? We have Oprah getting cold feet, maybe. I don't know. Has Harry slipped off the deep end psychologically? I mean, is he drinking? What is going on that this Oprah mental health project keeps getting delayed? I mean, get it together. I mean, Oprah is a consummate professional. She is a huge name. She did daily TV for years, and she was the biggest daytime talk show host. She was like the original. Her and then Jerry Springer, cropped up, I think, after Oprah as kind of a counter to Oprah. But Oprah is like the beginning, so she really knows how to get this done. She's got all these people she can call on who know exactly all the production stuff, and she's a professional. Okay, and this can be done. She can do this in just the snap of a finger. Harry doesn't have that capability, but Oprah does. Okay, and it's just not getting done. So has Harry slipped off the deep end? I mean, is he just not in a condition to do it? Because, I mean, he can't show up on set all messed up. Has Harry slipped off the deep end? You have executioner, which is a cutting. The woman wants to cut it officially. 25, 34, 32, 33, 34, 9 diamonds. She is talking, Meghan, okay, this could be Oprah. Oprah wants to cut it. Oprah is talking about cutting it. No, let's just cut this thing. Let's just not do it. So this is Oprah getting cold feet. Oprah doesn't like it. That's interesting. It's either Meghan or Oprah. Let's get the stickers out. Yes, no, yes, no. So who is getting cold feet? Is it Meghan or Oprah? Oprah's to the left. Meghan is to the right. So Oprah would be yes. Oprah's getting cold feet, or is it Meghan? So who's getting cold feet, Oprah or Meghan? Oprah is yes. Is Oprah getting cold feet, or is it Meghan wants to cut it? Who wants to cut it? Oprah's to the right. So Oprah wants to cut it. Oprah, that's a clear yes. It all went that way. Oprah is thinking to cut it. That's interesting. Oprah. So Oprah wants to cut this. Money, sweet money, and 11 and 4, 15, 4 clubs. I think she doesn't want to do it anymore. She doesn't want to do it anymore. So Oprah wants to cut it. She just is not liking the idea. She wants to cut it. That's interesting, because if Oprah withdraws her help, but she's not. She just was flogging the coffee. So she just is not liking this, what's coming out, I guess, in this project. She is not liking the mental health project. But that's easy to fix too. I don't really understand that, because they have professionals behind them, and they could say, do this, do that, we want to do this, we want to do, and they're just, Harry and Oprah are the front people, and they can just say what the other people, the smarter people behind them, tell them to say. So is Harry now afraid to see the Queen for a meeting? Because, boy, oh boy, it's been 2 years, you idiot. You should have been talking to her the whole time. It's been 2 years, and the longer you wait, the harder it is to come back. Is Harry afraid to see the Queen for a meeting? Oh boy. No can be no, or just full stop. And let's see. The family, good intentions, reacting 9, 10. Underneath, they really want to work with Harry, because he's going to end up coming back. Full stop, and doing terrible things. 23, 6 clubs. Just on the surface, he's done nothing but terrible things to the monarchy. So he has good reason to be concerned. He believes, and he has good reason to be concerned. Meghan does nothing but attack the monarchy and the Queen, and she's trying to set herself up as the Queen of America. So, yeah, Harry is very concerned. He's very concerned. I mean, he's hitting at them. They could hit at him. But underneath, they do have good intentions for him. So he is really scared. He is really scared, and it's because of all the terrible things that he's done to the Queen and the monarch. So, to the Queen and the royal family. So it does concern him. Very much concerns him. So the Queen, she rejected it in 2 seconds. She was looking at the long term, and it just sends the wrong message. There's nothing personal here. It wasn't personal against Harry. It wasn't personal against Meghan. It was all about the symbolism, and it just turns it into a circus. And Meghan is constantly creating a circus everywhere she goes. And it's a circus because it's just very shallow. It's all about Meghan. So Harry and Meghan, it was a direct rebellion. What's going on in Harry and Meghan's? Harry was just feeling very disappointed, very upset about it. Meghan is just forever, constantly, eternally, the 7s are eternal cards, they're eternal return cards, eternally manipulating him secretly. Yeah, so she's manipulating him, and he just felt he's honest. He wasn't angry. He wasn't like, I'm going to get back at you. That's not what he was doing. He just felt very disappointed. Oprah, it looks like she wants to cut the mental health thing. This is Oprah. I asked, this is Oprah. She is not liking the mental health thing. She wants to cut it. She doesn't like it. So it's not coming out right. Everybody has their own energy, and maybe Harry talking about his own issues and making these admissions. Oprah's smart enough to look at this and say, that's a bad idea, Harry. Don't do that. But that's what's coming out, and so she doesn't like it. She wants to cut it. And she would be doing Harry a favor to not allow him to make these public admissions. So is Harry afraid to see the Queen, to face her again because of all the water under the bridge? Yeah, but they're working for Harry. They're not being mean. I mean, look at how they treated Andrew. all these crazy things have come out, and yet Andrew is being treated very carefully and nicely by the royal family, even though he's no longer a senior royal and showing up at these things. They're still treating him very nicely. He's not in jail. Nothing happened. You know, he never spoke to the FBI. All that stuff. So he is afraid. Harry is concerned after all the things he's done. He doesn't really want to face the Queen. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.